What is going on, everybody? This is Patrick Valentine, and I am back again for my SmackDown Live review. Now, this is the final SmackDown to WrestleMania. Now, heads up, there's going to be a video heading your way tomorrow, because I'm really getting annoyed with what I've been hearing lately, so I'm going to be voicing my opinions about this certain thing, and if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen me post it up, but this is not about that specific video. We're here to talk about SmackDown Live, so let's get right down to it. We started things off with Shane McMahon returning to SmackDown Live. It was great to see Shane McMahon back. It seems like the story that we're using, the whole storyline that Shane McMahon got taken out, and he is back. Obviously, he got taken out, but they use some kind of illness as a reason for a storyline. They vowed to end Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They also said that they also apologized to each other for not understanding each other and for arguing. So then they hug it out, and that's that. Charlotte Flair and Natalya. Now look, Charlotte and Natalya can provide some good matches as long as the match is there. This one didn't really feel it. There wasn't really a lot of big spots here, except that headshot off the post, but not a lot. Now, I'm a big fan of the women's division. I'm a big fan of the women's division growing. I'm a fan of what it's become. I'm a fan of what the women's division is becoming. I'm supporting what the women's division is growing into. I'll go more into detail on this in my video that I'm going to do tomorrow, but I really am annoyed hearing a whole bunch of people just shit on this division every single day, you know? It just makes me sick. The fans that actually praise this division are actually the people I actually like, because everybody likes to, shit on this division all the frickin' time. What for? What's so bad about this division? Is everybody just upset that they're now finally getting the center of attention that they should be getting? This is the type of shit that people were complaining about back when AJ Lee was there. People were complaining that the women aren't getting, the spotlight. And they are now, and now look at everybody. Now listen to everybody. I'll go more into detail in this in my video. Charlotte got the win here. Carmella tried to cash in again. Charlotte kicked the contract out of her hands. Big booted her out of the ring. Natalya tried the exact same thing. This match was pretty much, copy and paste of last week. But instead, Charlotte got the win. 50-50 booking. Charlotte should be dominating on her way to WrestleMania, not losing. But Charlotte got the win here with the figure 8. Asuka then comes out and confronts Charlotte, tells her that she's going to make the Queen bow to the Empress because nobody is ready for. Then Charlotte takes the microphone from her hand and says, I am ready for Asuka. The question is, are you ready? Looking forward to their match, man. I don't care what anybody says. Asuka and Charlotte is going to be a great match. Then we had Mr. I Don't Deserve a United States Championship match versus the man with the steroids. Jeez, how could things get any worse? We had Jinder Mahal and Rusev. Look, I don't hate Rusev, okay? I don't hate Rusev. I'm being straight up honest. I don't hate this guy. I love the character this guy is portraying. I think it's great. I think the character he's been given is great. But the thing that I hate so bloody much, and I got an argument, I had a friggin' argument with somebody about this, is that I was voicing my opinion, and I'm listening to JD and all these people explaining why Rusev needs to be United States champion. And why he deserves the United States Championship opportunity. What are you talking about? Wasn't it a few months ago that everybody was complaining and whining and crying that this guy was getting buried in every single situation? This guy was being buried in every single situation. Fastlane, Randy Orton last year, you know, like everybody was saying Rusev's buried, Rusev's buried, Rusev's buried, Rusev's buried, you know? And then all of a sudden he gets one pinfall win on Randy Orton in a tag team match last week, and this automatically grants him a championship match. And now all of a sudden all the Rusev Day marks are on their hands and knees and praying. They're finally happy that Rusev's in the situation. Give me a break. Give me a break. This man does not deserve to win the United States Championship. If anything, he should be winning is the tag team titles because he has Aiden English with him. I haven't lost all my faith in Rusev. I know this guy has what it takes. But seriously, enough. Enough of the ass kissing. Seriously, I'm sick of the ass kissing. This was a pretty boring match, considering that Jinder Mahal is, you know, what we know of him. You know, he's garbage. And also, guys, Rusev got the pin today, so that means he ain't winning at WrestleMania. He ain't winning at WrestleMania because he got a pinfall victory. That doesn't mean he's gonna win at WrestleMania. Just because you got a pinfall victory last week and got a pinfall victory this week doesn't mean you're gonna win. Oh, and everybody's favorite man that likes to bury Rusev comes out of nowhere with a beautiful RKO. Randy Orton beautifully RKOs Rusev, and then as Aiden English is pounding away on Orton, Bobby Roode gets off the announce table, and he pushes Aiden English off straight into the arms of Randy Orton and gives him an RKO. And after that, Bobby Roode and Orton stare each other down. Bobby Roode passes the title to Orton, and that's it. Are they setting up a Bobby Roode heel turn here? Hopefully. Hopefully, and at the same time, I don't know. So, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised with a situation. Now, I don't normally do news, but I heard this report. Now, you can take this with a pinch of salt. This is just something I heard. Before I continue on. I heard a rumor going around, and like I said, you could take this with a pinch of salt. I heard a rumor going around that Vince McMahon is actually thinking of having a Bobby Roode, Charlotte Flair romantic storyline. You know, having Bobby Roode and Charlotte as a couple, romance, you know, want them in a storyline as them falling in love, you know, that type of storyline. Yeah. I might go into more detail on that on Twitter. But yeah, I just heard this and I was thinking, I kind of thought they were gonna, I was kind of thinking that because of the whole mixed match challenge thing and because of that whole situation of Bobby Roode when he was US champion, Charlotte Flair was in the ring at the Riot Squad, and then, you know, Bobby Roode came out during that whole situation and she was smiling, you know, looking so happy to see that her hero came to save her, you know, like she, you know, it was that type of thing. But, you know, like I said, I'll get into more detail on that on Twitter in case if you people want to know about the rest of that article, or what I've heard on that article. Then we had a Who Cares tag team match. We had Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Mojo Rawley, and Primo. I'm amazed this guy's even still on the roster versus Ty Dillinger, Zack Ryder, and Breezango. I'm amazed that Primo is even still employed, for starters. And why the hell is he on SmackDown? I mean, like, this guy's been off television. The Colognes haven't been featured on TV since they were brought to SmackDown in the Superstar Shake-Up. So you expect me to take them seriously now? Give me a break. And why is Baron Corbin still a heel? I thought they turned this guy face after what happened with him and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. What, was that just a one-time thing? I thought Ziggler and Corbin both turned face. I'm confused here. Corbin, Ziggler, Mojo, and Primo get the win with an end of days by Baron Corbin onto Fandango with the pinfall win. Like I said, it's a who cares match. So who really cares? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they came out through the crowd. They were probably sitting there the entire time, you know, watching the show. Came out and started berating Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. Started talking a lot of crap about Brie Bella, saying that, you know, he's gonna send Daniel Bryan back to Brie, and all that emotional speech and all that stuff isn't gonna motivate him to keep wrestling again, or whatever the hell they said. Now, I'm kind of different towards this, and even though my buddy King Schmidt told me that, oh, it's a good thing that Owens and Zayn said that type of stuff about Brie, because it gives, you know, Owens and Zayn heel heat. But that's why it made me sick, because the heel heat made me actually want to hate them. That's the thing I was trying to get across there. You know, yes, it's heel heat. The heel heat has worked. I want to see these two guys get their ass kicked because of what they said about Brie and their child Birdie. You know, that's what I was trying to get across to him on Twitter. But obviously he thought I was saying it in a different way. But that's what I was trying to say. In case if he's watching this, which I know he will watch this. If you didn't understand what I meant on Twitter, now you know why. So yeah. What they said brought the heel heat in me, brought the inner me wanting to see these two guys get their ass kicked. That's pretty much what I was trying to say there. AJ Styles and Nakamura, they had like an interview. Nakamura, man, his English is coming a long way. I'm really liking Nakamura's English. It's really coming along. And I'm happy about that. I wish Oscar would do the exact same thing. The one negative I'll give about Oscar, which I know nobody gives any negatives about Oscar, because they think Oscar's perfect. Now, I don't think Oscar's perfect. Now, there should have been something I should have mentioned during their segment, but I'll bring it up now while I'm on the subject of people with bad English. So one thing I really don't like about Oscar is her constant screaming, is her constant yelling. You know? Is her constant yelling through the microphone. I don't like the yelling through the microphone. You know, why is she yelling through the microphone that she's going to beat Charlotte? Charlotte's right in front of you. You don't have to scream through the bloody microphone in order for her to hear you. Just turn it down a little bit, okay? That's all I want Oscar to do. Just turn it down a bit. You don't need to yell. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Nakamura, his English has come a long way, man. I'm starting to understand what this guy is saying a lot more. And honestly, I hope Nakamura becomes WWE champion. Then AJ Styles can go over to Monday Night Raw. And I know for a fact that they're gonna have AJ Styles challenge for the Universal Championship, and they're gonna put him in front of Roman Reigns. I can see that coming a long way. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So they had like a little interview. Styles says that yes, he is emotional, but he says that he cannot wait to prove to Shinsuke Nakamura that he is underestimating him. And Nakamura is saying that he says he is playing mind games, but he's taking this game very seriously. And at WrestleMania, he will give a knee to face to AJ Styles. I actually liked those little promos they did. Very good. What is it with the words on the screen? That's another thing I want to say. What is with all those words that they've got on the screen? First they put blubber when Alexa Bliss says blubber on Monday Night Raw. Now I'm seeing Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin talking backstage, which their promo wasn't that bad. And but you see all these words popping on the screen. Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, WrestleMania. You got the WrestleMania logo. Like, what's with all the words on the screen? I don't understand what's with all those words on the screen, man. Do they think we're little kids? Now, obviously, there are some casual people in the crowd, and obviously they could see these words on the screen, but do we really need that? Do we really need that? That's all I'm saying. Do I have a problem with it? I've only got a little bit of an issue with it. It's just nauseating. I just think it's a little nauseating, especially during a backstage promo. That's all I think of it. I just think it's just a little nauseating. Then we had AJ Styles, Nakamura versus Benjamin and Gable in a tag team match. This was your typical tag team match. One guy takes the beat down, the other guy comes back and wins. But there was also some dissension among the ranks between AJ Styles and Nakamura. You know, in the closing portion of the match, Shinsuke wanted to tag, but AJ Styles ignores him, gives the phenomenal forearm to Chad Gable, pins him 1, 2, 3. And then after the match, they stare each other down. Shelton Benjamin comes back into the ring, looking to attack Shinsuke. AJ comes back into the ring, but he stands on the apron as Nakamura gets rid of Shelton Benjamin. And he goes for the phenomenal forearm, but he doesn't nail the move. Now, this is exactly what happened to Shinsuke last year. This is exactly what Shinsuke did to AJ Styles last week. He went to Kinshasa AJ Styles, but then he pulled up the last second, and that's what AJ Styles did. And then AJ Styles pats Nakamura on the head. I actually found that funny. But ultimately, though, guys, I think Nakamura is going to be winning at WrestleMania. I think he's going to be winning at WrestleMania. But anyway, guys, that is all. That is all for now, guys, and. You know, SmackDown today. I should stop saying tonight. It's not really that time. SmackDown today was meh. It's kind of boring. There were some bits that kind of got me interested. Some bits kind of tuned me off. You know. So anyway, guys, thank you all for joining me for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below on what you thought of SmackDown. Hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a video. Anyway, guys, see you guys tomorrow for my video that I am planning. I will make sure to remind myself to actually do it before I do anything else. Anyway, guys, talk to you later.